Bring your lunch pails, fellas. I need to see that workman attitude today. We gotta get better today. What I wanna know is, who's ready to get better? I'm ready to work today. You ready to work? You ready to work? All right, then let's see it. Let's get out there and do it.
All right, here we go. 319! 319! Here we go now. Green 39! Green 39! Now let's go. 319! 319! All right, here we go. Green 39! Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90!
Listen up, fellas. I think we all know what today was. Today simply wasn't good enough. We have high aspirations as a team. If we want to get there, we got to raise our game. Today was not good enough. Next practice, I want it better.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. We're just about set for a kickoff, and for a team coming off a tough loss, it's a game that carries a little extra weight, especially for a quarterback whose 2 interceptions proved costly in the defeat. It's the Broncos going up against the Bills.
Thank you, Larry. Renamed in August of 2016, there's a look inside New Era Field here at Orchard Park, New York. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with the Denver Broncos. Hello, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at the Bills entering play here. It's been a great start to the season, back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, they come in at an early crossroads. Throw now in his own end zone. And it's caught over the middle by the tight end, Green. And able to get a little more breathing room out to the 5-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Virgil Green is tied in, the intended receiver. And it's third down. And, Charles, we get a look here at the key inactives. And I tell you what, a big list for being this early in the season.
If there's any silver lining at all, you're hoping you can get these guys back, and now you'll play well down the stretch with them. But what you're also hoping is that the guy...
And a loose football. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Let's go! Green!
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now Anderson. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a third and about 5.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A solid pickup of 13 sets them up first and goal. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen. Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll set up a throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. This is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because you've been on the treadmill.
They go play action here on first down. Buying time to his, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jerry Hughes in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Now, prior to the snap, we hit all zeros as time has run out on the first quarter of play. 6-0 is our score, and we're back to upstate New York after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Now back to throw. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. The first of the career for Tre'Davious White. And a big turnover there. A reminder coming up in the Sunday night game, matchup you don't see very often, a rematch of Super Bowl 18. The Raiders traveling to Washington, and then tomorrow on Monday night we'll see the count. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Shaq Lawson in there to get him for a loss of 5. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's going to go down again. Shaq Lawson in there again as he's able to pick up sacks on both first and second down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body and that willingness to go catch the football. He's pretty impressive.
And his friends call him Bebe, the nickname his uncle gave him back in the day. On second down, Anderson. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
Forced out to his left, and he slides to avoid the hit. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this. Back now, as I search for my cue card here, there we go. Coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis from our first half of play.
Well read.
Oh, thank you. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Green with a catch left side. First down. Here's the run with Anderson. Henderson. And a short gain here down to the 22. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's going to have to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They'll drop to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. It's their quarterback. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because
the Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
All right, Brandon, we'll see if I can get through this without being skipped as we welcome you to our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Bills haven't played their best football and trail because of it. The Broncos will want to come out after the half and really put the pressure on from the start. So let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Midway through the first quarter, Thomas is going to haul in the pass, and he'll end up at the 15-yard line before being tackled. Same drive, Henderson's got the reception, and finally on play 12 they score as they jump out in front 6-0. Offense out now following the INT. Thomas has got nobody around him on the catch, and he won't be brought down until he makes it to their own 42-yard line. After the INT, offense comes out now. He stays up the middle on the run, and he capped off the long drive with a touchdown.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Second down now after the incompletion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a halt trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Flushed out right, and he's got some space here. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
He'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Fresh set of downs here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a run with Anderson. CJ with a nifty move. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Kyle Williams getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here we go.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Shaq Lawson in there to get him his second sack now in the afternoon. And Denver getting set to take the field. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20...
And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. It's their quarterback. His third touchdown of the game and fourth on the year. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on the... And Denver getting set to take the field. Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Here we go now.
Back to throw here. Being chased out left. Able to push his way through. Legs still churning.
Like a giant pinball.
He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Looking to throw. Sliding out of the... And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And Denver getting set to take the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for three, and not giving up.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Again, Anderson. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. The Broncos on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. And Denver getting set to take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Nine yards still remaining here to pick up the first on second down.
No, Jack, Patriot!
They run it again with Anderson. Anderson loses the football. Does the big boy have the juice? And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequence.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Marcel Darius in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That sacks on back-to-back plays. 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. Elsewhere, Ford Field. They're into the 4th quarter now. And the Falcons, they wind up winning that one. Matt Ryan, 3 touchdown passes to help lead the way. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team...
So the Broncos coming out now. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
And part 1 is done, now part 2. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first. Carry number 20 coming up for Anderson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
Here we go now.
They'll set up to throw. And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to air one out. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. And Denver getting set to take the field. Neither team scored yet. Now we go to sudden death. Next points win this game.
How about the tension right now? It is ratcheted up, isn't it? I mean, now whatever happens, points are scored, that's your ball game. Can't wait to see the defense now. Do they get a little more aggressive in order to not let the team just drive the ball easily down the field?
Gotta be careful though, right?
Yeah, if you're too aggressive, you just give up something easy and cheap. But some defensive coordinators, they'd rather take a stand that way as opposed to being nickeled and dimed down the field.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Denver, They're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Buffalo.